Hi, ladies. Hubby and I went to see the movie Morbius starring Jared Leto, and it was really good. So I am going to show you a night out while I talk about today's topic. You know, I love YouTube. It is one of my favorite hobbies that you can use for business and pleasure. However, it is also a very dangerous platform that broken, hurt, and empty people use to spread false information and wicked ideologies. There are also conversations being had about the state of women, about dusties, and the plight of relationships just in everyday society. Nevertheless, a lot of those talking points are not based in facts. It is well known that married men earn more than single men over time. Married people have lower poverty rates than singles. This is further exacerbated in certain ethnic groups and communities. We all know that. More educated people are married, and this covenant offers the stability, security, and protection that is truly the foundation of all productive societies and families. I cannot think of a place where this is more pronounced than in the Middle East. It's expected that you have a responsibility to your family. It's expected that you have a family unit that is traditional. There was even a training here that discussed how many of the children don't understand the concept of single mother and single fatherhood, unless it's related to death or divorce. And those children that do come from those type of broken structures often share the same issues that many of my students faced. Some of them struggle in school. They have a hard time focusing at times. There can also be behavioral or emotional issues, which is one of the major reasons that the education system is in the state that it's in, and it does depend on the school system that you are discussing, and that really is based in different socioeconomic structures. But that's a whole different topic that we won't get into today. But it's not every single school district, but there are factors where you will have more children that do come from, these type of broken structures. Marriage is not a cure to all of the problems in the world or everything that we will face in life, but it is a structure that promotes morality, discipline, and a safe space for sexuality and intimacy. The breakdown of the family is a huge cause of many of the degenerate things that we are seeing in society today. So the focus should not be avoiding dusty men or giving prostitution tips. It should be on the importance of pairing with someone who shares your morals, your values, your spirituality, and the character that someone needs to build a life in this type of union, because it's very complex and you will face many, many different situations in marriage. Men like this who have character, who were raised in a structured home, they had a father to model masculinity and family and everything that's important, they tend to not have some of the issues that are discussed on YouTube. They'll have an issue, but it won't be about providing or being loving or having some sort of emotional intelligence, because it was instilled in them from a very young age. We all have issues and concerns, but one thing that all of the men that I was raised around in my family all had in common, the immediate family that I grew up with, is working hard and providing, because that is a part of their masculinity. Men with character take care of their wives and their families. They love their families. They love their wives, whether you have children or whether you don't. That's a personal decision that we all have to make. But they love their family, They are family oriented. There may be financial situations that occur and hardships in life. This is real life. If you have never experienced a time where you had some type of financial struggle that arose, from an unexpected bill or a health issue, well, just keep living, in the words of my grandfather. Just keep living, because life will bring you trials, but it's never permanent, okay? It should always be temporary. This is why a lot of our young ladies are being led astray. They're not being taught the right things, The focus should be on bonding with someone from a good family that you can pull knowledge from and resources. It should be on having discernment and only engaging and entertaining men that desire commitment, marriage, and family. Men that understand the purpose of making you a wife and not a baby mama. This is how you will avoid the poverty trap, especially for women and children. Along with our education and developing your skills in booming industries. Those of us that are in solid unions have a responsibility to share this wisdom with the younger generation. You identify good character and you build a life together that should keep you out of poverty. The dusty conversations is a distraction for those who are not being taught how to identify values in a man. I'm going to read an excerpt from my book, Be the Prize. It's available in the description box below. To some, the phrase be the prize reflects a negative aspect of relationships. It appears to reduce the role of a woman to be an object or a trophy. To others, it represents our power as women. However, being the prize reflects how important and essential we are in our relationships with men. Women have been cared for, protected, and adored by men since the beginning of time. It's not a new concept. God created women with a purpose. It goes beyond our relationships, marriage, motherhood, or what society tells us it means to be a woman. You are worthy of God's love because He created you to do great things. You are a reflection of His love, and you should expect to live a life that reflects that love. A significant shift is happening in the culture that is becoming more dominant. Young women are being led astray by the false narrative that whole culture can somehow be classy and decent at the same time. And this is a complete oxymoron and makes absolutely no sense. Young women have had their image tarnished by the entertainment industry and other media outlets. But top-tier women must stop embracing this degenerate lifestyle. You are nobody's hoe or slut. You are a feminine woman that respects herself and others. Women are being told that marriage isn't worth it or it's not a good investment, but that is a lie. It's becoming a way of life for most women to settle for shacking up and baby mama life. It's time to break the cycle and move into a new phase full of peace, love, and happiness. It starts with shifting your mentality. What you ingest from the world around you affects the decisions you make in life, the things that you watch, the friends you have, and how you carry yourself as a lady says a lot about your character and who you are as a person. You cannot be a top-tier woman while engaging in low-class behaviors and environments. And that is an excerpt from my book, Be the Prize. You can find that in the description box below. So no, most married women are not struggling, living in poverty, or are with dusties. That's a nice delusion or story to push, but the data doesn't back it up. Most are living well above the national poverty line because this union offers support, love, stability, oneness, commitment, and the dedication that keeps all hands on deck. Whenever there is a crisis, you have someone in your corner to help you do life in a way where you are not overwhelmed and you have to be full of anxiety, feeling I can't be a woman, I have to do the role of a man, I have to do this, I have to do that. And it could become very, very overwhelming. And I talk to hundreds of women on my platform, and they are going through situations like this. But we must make better decisions and start moving more spiritually instead of carnally. And so I'm going to do a whole series on the perks of marriage and kind of break down why marriage really is important, because people are going to have sex anyway. They're going to have children, they're going to mix their finances, they're going to live their lives with a companion, because feminine women desire companionship. So why not do it the correct way, where you are protected legally, spiritually, emotionally, and you're with the right person? So look for this series over on the Wifey for Lifey group channel. I'm going to do some videos there. And I'm also going to do some in my Patreon. I'm getting everything organized. I'm creating content. So I'm really excited. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.